All right, beloveds, welcome to another liver wellness recipe. Let's put together a parfait. I love me a So Delicious. It's the only non-dairy yogurt I have really had that doesn't give me the ick. That doesn't disgust me. I do have to stir it up first because the texture be struggling on its own, and I don't like a lumpy yogurt. I never did. So we're gonna empty that into our bowl. Yes, indeed. All right. I want to talk today about anger. It's going to pose a few questions, and I want to encourage you to be curious. No judgment. Just observe yourself. Observe the questions and your responses to them with curiosity and love. No judgment. When is the last time you had an outlet for your anger? When is the last time you gave your permission to your own self to feel, exercise, interrogate your anger? What did you learn about anger growing up? What did the adults in your life teach you or normalize for you about anger? What was the example that was set for you? If you're a woman, a femme-identified person, how did the women in your family navigate anger? Your mom, sister, auntie? Did they allow themselves to express anger openly? Were they shamed into repressing their anger? Were they silenced? When feelings of anger arise for you, what does it feel like in your body? Do you feel your body heat up? Do you become flush and red? Does your stomach churn with heat and irritation? How does anger show up in your space and in your body? This right here is ground milk thistle. I put it on the coarse ground setting in my coffee grinder, and this is perfect granola kind of texture. This is about a full day's worth, a full day serving of milk thistle right here, going into my cutesy little parfait. Why am I questioning our dynamics and relationships to anger in this moment? Because anger is a principal emotion that is processed in the liver. Anger, when it is repressed or poorly processed and expressed, can lead to additional toxin buildup in the liver. Here is our cutesy little parfait. Delicious. I like my granola on the heavier side. I like a crunchy parfait, but to each their own. Anger is often dismissed and written off as reactive, childish, not taking the high road, being beneath you, and it does not actually serve us to pathologize anger in that way, or sadness, or any of our other basic emotions. Anger is intel, just like fear can be intel, just like anxiety can be intel, just like sadness can be intel, just like joy can be intel. And we live in a society, in these United States at least, we live in a society that there is rage to be found at every turn. Rage over the marginalization of underserved communities, the rage of being forced to participate in a genocide that we don't want to support. There is rage in the ludicrous political scene, everything from the top down, from the federal, national level to the local levels. There is corruption, tyranny, and just clownery everywhere, and it's infuriating. It is very hard to not experience rage, and rage is just anger turned up, exacerbated. And rage comes when anger is repressed and gets to a bubbling point and bubbles over. This bubbling over can spill into all areas of our life and impact our health. And repressing anger is stressful on the physical and emotional and spiritual body. For the overall health and wellness of you, I encourage you to sit with the questions we talked about today and to get curious about your relationship to your anger and your sadness, as anger is often more accessible than sadness is, or is even the precursor to the root of the thing, which is usually sadness, disappointment, etc. For the wellness of your liver, which we can see in our skin, we can see in our energy levels, we can see in our reproductive wellness, we can see in just a myriad of ways. Develop an open relationship with you and your anger without judgment. Y'all be well today and continue to embody your divinity.